Hello and welcome again to another episode of Nerf News, your number one source for Nerf news on the net. I'm your host, Drac.
And today we're talking about the Mando rifle. Alright guys, so today's news comes to us straight from TheVerge.com. It's pretty interesting. The article has one really grisly bit in it that I really like, but overall they're announcing the launch of the Mandalorian's unique rifle, aka the Amban sniper rifle, aka the Phase Pulse Blaster, aka, I can't pronounce his name, I always want to say Jin, like a genie. Anyway, the Mandalorian. You know, the Mandalorian, the one from Disney Plus. So it says right now, if you have a 12-year-old right now, you might want to make sure they're not reading over your shoulder. Otherwise, you'll be spending some quality time explaining why they're not getting a $120 Nerf blaster this holiday season. And then jokingly that they're considering it themselves. So this is definitely not a toy for children. This is part of like kind of Hasbro's elite series of launches and toys, which is why they're doing this one in-house. They're retailing it specifically through, I think, Hasbro Pulse, and it goes live, and I wanted to make this video as soon as I possibly could. This thing goes live for pre-order on Hasbro Pulse today. It reloads just like in the show, which is attention to detail that we have not seen from Hasbro hardly ever. All of the Overwatch blasters are just basic Nerf forms. They don't make any efforts to articulate like in the show, but given that Hasbro has both Star Wars and Nerf, this is a really cool tie-in. It's not quite the same scope and size as the one in the show, but it's got the pop-up breach to reload individual disintegrator cartridges, aka Nerf darts in this case. It says that there's a button on the scope collar to turn the life on or off. It's got an auto turn off after 2 minutes, which means that this is a really cool display piece. It's going to be hard to burn it out. It's spring powered, which is pretty cool. A single shot Nerf blaster is not super duper effective, but they mentioned that this isn't about Hasbro declined to tell me how far it'll shoot either, which suggests the range is probably nothing to brag about. But here's hoping for a surprise. There will be no surprise. Hasbro is not interested in performance pieces. However, the detailing looks great. Hasbro's actually painted this one to the nines. I mean, if we blow this up to full resolution, you guys can see here, like, we've got detailing on the stock that looks great. We have weathering on the edges of this, making it look like it's been with our Bounty Boy for a long time. I think you guys can actually see my mini Razor Crest Lego set in the background there. There's one more Mando Easter egg in this video, but you'd have to be pretty eagle-eyed, a pretty serious fan to catch it. Here's John talking about like the actual prop, and if you're caught up on the season, like, they should do a special edition of this where it's just like, no spoilers, friends. Anyway, like I said, it's going up for pre-order today at 1 p.m. Pacific time, 4 p.m. Eastern time. Links will be coming. Check back at this Verge thing, but the thing that I think is cool is that he mentions how expensive this is. And then also in this article, they mention that while there have been a lot of recent tie-ins that aren't very good at blasting, it's clear that the author of this article watches a lot of our content because they didn't even choose the most popular Dart Zone blaster review that they could have. They chose a very exuberant one from my buddy Wacom over here. So it says, in fact, if you're looking for an accurate long-range foam blaster in 2020, the one you want doesn't necessarily come from Nerf. And it pops up here, and it appears that we're talking about the Nexus Pro, which is pretty cool. So that's it. It's a quick news video. It's also me letting you guys, my audience, know that this guy is available today. I don't know how long that pre-order window is going to be open. I don't know how limited it is. I don't know if this is going to be one like, a Yeezy drop where it's gone in 60 seconds, if this is going to be one like a Supreme drop where it's gone like that, or if it's going to be one that's gone like the Mark II where you might have 20 minutes to order it initially. Speaking of which, the Mark II is currently sold out. I hope that comes back in stock on Target.com because I'd like to pick up a few more for the Foam Pro Shop. But I'm pretty excited about this. Obviously, I am a huge fan of The Mandalorian. I think it's doing better things for Star Wars than an entire trilogy series in full feature length did for it. So I'm just so very stoked. I hope that you guys have been enjoying it as well. And let me know, are you going to pick this one up? It's 120 bones, which is a lot. I can only justify picking this one up myself because I know that I get to make the review for you on my channel. If I didn't have the YouTube channel, I would probably be passing. But in this case, I think that we can't miss the phase rifle. So I'll see you guys next time on another episode of Nerf News. This is a delightful little surprise. Hasbro has not done anything for Nerf fans in 2020 of consequence, so this one's a pretty cool little gift here at the end. Now, of note, if you pre-order it today, you're not going to see it until I think spring of 2021. So be prepared for some delays on that deadline. I don't know what's going on over there, but it's nice that this is available. I think that the pre-orders are going to be pretty exclusive. Just be patient with them. Keep in mind that like our boys over at the mothership still haven't delivered on their Travis Scott special edition Fortnite blaster, and that one wasn't even like complicated. That was the same mold with a little bit of paint splattered on it. This is an entirely its own thing, special edition, very cool collector's piece for Star Wars fans, and we all know how ravenous they can be. So I'd like to see a bunch of Nerfers get their hands on it. Usually we lose to other fandoms, but we've got some power in our corner now. We're really flexing on them with some of these drops. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Again, my number one question in the comment section is let me know if you're going to pick this one up. It's 120 bones for a blaster from Hasbro, which is like a lot of money these days. So let me know. It looks like it's really good in terms of the aesthetic. I think they did make a great display piece. And you might just catch me in a costume of sorts, tricking it out in the review. We'll have to wait and see. You've part of the costume is ready to go as is. So thanks so much for watching, guys. Don't forget to leave me a comment. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel so that you don't miss any of these news videos. And then drop me a bell because otherwise YouTube isn't going to push them to you. Much love. Blast on. Drac out.